This is a rebate on the taxes for several
10
different
years.
reasons.
For 10 years, it's new construction, I believe.
That's when we
For
talked
10
about
years,
this.
and it drops off, like, I don't know, like 10% every year or something.
This is one, if you do renovations, you get a tax break, okay, tax
New
credit.
construction.
Okay.
Dave. And the last figure, that's when I take it back.
I believe so. Should be on there. Yeah. Vince?
Grant.
Good morning.
Morning, Lance. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
They get back on these, huh?
What's,
They get quite a bit back on these.
yeah, it depends on where they're at, isn't it?
Here you go.
This is a brand new house.
We'll need a motion to approve the NRPs.
So moved. Seconded.
First and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Not done yet, you gotta sign all these.
Sign them all.
Each one of them.
You should have built like one of this first time. Does this require our signature too?
No.
Okay.
As chairman.
I'm gonna run down and use the bathroom while you sign it. I'll be right back.
It's the bottom page of the first. No, just the back page of this.
Oh,
You need to sign it on this one over here.
It's cold out there. See the temperature this morning. Below zero. Probably colder. It's snow blowing across the highway now. It's kind of, wind will probably 24 last week. Yeah. Trouble making our global warming case to me. It's all across the way, Texas, it's colder and down there it's 150 years. And it got down freezing, they covered their pipes and doing all kinds of stuff. And they put all of that, and a lot of problems.
find one looking for you.
Not yet, it's gonna be a little bit.
Next time I'll remember and the first time.
You're lucky I have to sign the date of all.
And that each gentleman. Yeah, I found one here.
That one, okay. I didn't do it.
You got your hands full, don't you?
Yeah. Awful thin jacket you got there, man. Good enough from here to the car, is it?
What's that?
It's warm enough from here to the car?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my pickup doesn't know what to think about this weather. He's growling at me the last couple of mornings.
I wonder how many vehicles in Texas don't have antifreeze.
Never thought of that.
Where did you come from?
West Texas, Midland, Odessa.
I think, is that where they got all that snow now?
Yeah, they're complaining right now for it being a little cold, and I'm laughing at them.
I checked yesterday and they were 26
How much
degrees.
snow did they get?
They've got about 8 inches, but every county in the state got snow in Texas. I don't know if I've ever heard that.
First time in forever
As
almost.
far as I know,
It's a little more,
And then the snow on the beaches.
yeah, Houston, Galveston, they all got snow. I can't believe it. I'm like, now that is unheard of right there.
That's cold when you get
It's
on.
got-
My dad said it's cold as
I used to live in Fort Lavaca,
I think it was in
Texas,
my
which is right
stack.
Yeah.
close
Okay.
between.
Yeah, that's what you were talking
between
about.
Galveston and
Okay.
Fort Bliss.
Just wanted to make sure I didn't heist something.
And my buddies were calling saying, yeah, it's snowing there, and they're afraid of course, they don't bury water lines, but this deep under the ground. They're worried about everything freezing on them.
I could imagine, yeah.
So it's,
no do the citrus crops they got down there all over.
So move on to old business. We have any old business? No. Well, Mr. Ramsey, you're up.
what's that?
You're up.
All righty, I'm ready.
Okay.
Well, thankfully, I don't have a whole lot this time around. Our COVID numbers are way down, knock on wood. So we're enjoying this little bit of break. We're not testing near as many people, and we're not having very many positives at this point. Matter of fact, I think we've just got one positive at this point, which it's been months since we've had that. So we're taking advantage of that. We're got a few people going on vacation, taking a break, trying to get away from things a little bit. Now this happened, so I don't know if they're going to really get a vacation. But our ultra-low temperature freezer, now we don't need it with this weather. But it did come in. It's being installed in the lab, and so we've got that piece of equipment in. So we'll be able to hold any reagents we need for COVID testing.
How big
with our
is
new
that?
machine.
How big is that thing?
It's not too big. It's only, but it's big enough to hold any vaccines and COVID reagents for the lab machine that we purchased to do that PCR testing. So then vaccines are going well. County Health, Mila, they're doing they just continue to do a great job with that, keeping that thing rolling. I think at this point we've given over 600 vaccines, and I know they're doing vaccines today, tomorrow, and Thursday again. And at this point they're doing both rounds, first round and second round vaccines. We're still in phase 2 of that, but hopefully March we'll be moving to phase 3. I think we're at the point here that we're geared up and ready to go on to phase 3 as soon as they'll let us. So,
And we're not having trouble getting it like a lot of people?
no, I thought we would, but no.
Good.
We've had a few. I don't think we've had any vaccines cancel on. Well, we may have had a couple. Yeah, we did have a couple, but Mila was able to get those other people scheduled in and get them in there. We've had a few people cancel their physical therapy appointments and stuff like that the last couple of days, which is expected, but it's running pretty smooth. They're doing a great job. Our supplies and inventory, we're finally at good levels. Everything's looking good. So we're stocked up right now. We're not having to use a lot of PPE for this. So we're looking good on inventory and supplies. Our audiology hearing booth came in, and it has been set up, and that's thanks to Cheyenne County Kansas Community Foundation. We were able to get a grant for that hearing booth, and Tiffany there in County Health, she headed that up for us, and she did a great job of getting that taken care of. And so Dr. Rachel MacArthur from Burlington will be here every first Monday of the month for audiology exams. And so our first one will actually start Monday, March 1st at 10 a.m. And she'll be seeing patients. So we're glad that we were able to get her to start coming over here and seeing patients here. I think she's got quite a big following from Cheyenne County that go there or either meet her in Goodland. And so now that she's coming here, hopefully that will help a lot of folks not have to travel for their hearing aid appointments, all that type of stuff. So, and that's about what I've got right now. Our auditors are in-house. They're supposed to arrive today. So this whole week will be our annual financial audit. So they'll be in-house doing that. But that's about all I've got.
Good. Thank you. Do you guys have any questions for him?
No, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All righty. Y'all have a great day.
You
Stay
too.
warm.
You too.
Larry Fehrenbach canceled. It's too cold. Last week, I'd already had the agenda set, but Eric wanted to be seen by you guys. I think this is through COVID money?
My turn.
Yep, it's your
You
turn.
told me. I don't know if Kelly was going to run up or not, but Kelly's been doing the financial part of the COVID monies. We've decided to put some money towards moving from, currently we're paying for Microsoft 365 and the Google G Suite. So we're really doubling up there, and I've been trying to figure out a way to fund that, and I think with this COVID money, we've figured out a way that we can get it to where we're just using one of those, and we've kind of leaned towards the Microsoft 365, which is not our primary email. That's not what we use primarily. We're currently using Google. So there will be changes, and that's why I'm here, is to make sure that that's okay with you guys, since it is a change in what we're doing today, I guess.
Well, I personally don't know the difference between the two of them, so I have to go by what you say.
Yeah, basically, they both do a lot of the same things. The Microsoft product is a little more known, a little easier to use because it's been around a little longer. Some people do like the Google, but rather than paying for two different products, I think we really need to focus on one and go with that. I think we're throwing money away on two products is my thought. So the Microsoft will give us some more functionality too. So the price difference will be, I believe it's $14 is the price difference per user per month as to what we're paying today for two versus what we pay for one. And we are, depending on how much monies are left, we can pay out to 3 years of licensing. Now, at the end of that, we would go back to the way we're doing it today. Each department would need to budget for that, for that monthly service fee per user account. And we're all doing that today, so I don't see that being an issue. I think that's, I don't think there's that kind of monies left for 3 years. I just honestly don't think there's that left. I think we can pay for 1 year for sure. She's still crunching numbers, so until we get right down to the end, I don't know how far out we can go with licensing. So that's besides what I know.
So you're saying some departments have Google and some of them have the 360?
A lot of them have both, and that's what I'm trying to eliminate. Is we don't need both. I think that's just throwing money away. I have both, and it's just
I have both.
it's confusing. I mean,
Don't I have both?
yeah,
Because I have the, yeah.
and the reason we went with both is there's just some things that have to be done in Excel or Word document that Google just can't handle, and it's a pain. So the Google email, I like the functionality of it a lot better, but the collaboration part, the sharing data, that stuff, it's just not working. It's a hang up. So I think with the Microsoft product, we'll be in better shape there.
And all departments are kind of on board?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a big change for anybody other than the email part of it. The only thing that's going to change is how they get their email. Their email address won't change. We're not going to go through that. I wouldn't do that to anybody. That's a pain. That is a royal pain. So,
Yeah, don't change mine.
we're for sure not changing yours. Well, I guess moving forward, I just want to make sure that you guys are okay with it.
Pretty hard for me to say yes or no. I mean, that's kind
I
of,
mean, it's like me.
I just hope if all the departments are in agreement, I can't see why we wouldn't.
Yeah. Well,
And I'm sure there'll be some
yeah, I mean, there's going to be,
discontent a little bit, but
yeah, and that's going to be with any change, but the part that bothers me is paying that extra money for it. It just,
well,
I look at the bottom
every
line and,
month I look at all the stuff that we have and as far as communications, and we spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
So if we could save any at all, it'd be great.
absolutely.
and
I mean,
the other part of it is the functionality of if we got to shut down again, we could all collaborate from home. I mean, as long as you'd have an internet connection, this would allow that. So that's the biggest part of it. If the building goes black and we got to go home and work from there for whatever reason, that would be a big savior, I think.
I have no problem.
I'm good with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, Kelly's working through the money's part of it, so I think
What kind of money are you talking?
I think it was $28 a user to change it, and then the monthly is. Do you remember?
I don't think I saw those numbers.
Okay.
I don't remember the monthly, and part of that is because we're juggling the license part of it is how far out we're going to be able to pay. So
But we will save money in the long run, right?
yes. Well, and not just money savings, but the functionality part of it. That's
the important part.
Yeah, that's the part that, I mean, doubling up is dumb, but not being able to use it from wherever you want to, that's the part that really is frustrating.
Yeah.
We'll need a motion on that.
Need a motion to
Need a
approve
motion
it.
from switching to Google to Microsoft 360.
5.
I so move.
I second.
Motion to approve it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion approved.
I know Leslie isn't here today, but Scott and I have been working with her a little bit on a policy change for internet use in the county. She's got that on her desk. She just is working through it. So essentially it's going to make everyone use what the county's paying for. No secondhand emails, that kind of stuff. And we don't really have a problem with that, but I think there needs to be a policy in place that says if you're going to work for the county, you're going to use the county email. That way it protects us. We're paying for that protection through those services, so I think that's smart to use those.
You're saying so they don't get their email through their personal?
Yeah, not so much. They don't get their county email through personal. Yes.
Okay,
that's,
That's what I meant, yeah.
We
Yeah.
have one department doing that right now.
yeah, and I don't see any big red flags with it. I mean, I kind of keep an eye on what's going through the firewall and that kind of stuff, and
Well, there was two, one had problems. They
Right.
switched, correct?
yep. So it's just moving forward. I think we need that policy. So once she gets that ironed out, we'll come back and somebody will bring it to you. I don't know who, but
You,
There you go. I will be back. That's all I got, guys.
Hey,
Thank you.
Enjoy the day. We want to take a break till Cody comes in?
Dave should be next.
Dave? Get me some more coffee. Roger, you want to switch chairs and try this one?
I'm fine.
You don't care?
No. Whatever you guys decide, I'm fine with. When they start talking that internet stuff, and I go blind.
What do you think?
Really, I missed that first meeting. I'm gonna miss Friday because Foster's got his white coat ceremony in Kansas City. That's where he gets his. So. It's just tough and busy. Hi, Dave.
Hello there, David.
How we doing?
Good.
These kind of the normal bills except Foley. And, we had that estimate for that 11,000 some. So then we're also had some, the loader, some repair work done on it. And then some other rollers on, and then we also did an annual filter purchase where they had 20% discount. But currently the carrier frame on the scraper, we was rebuilding the rollers and the chains and stuff like that. But the carriage itself, the pivot points and the bushings, the pins on them need rebuilt. So we had to take the whole thing out, and it's a Durst machine right now, getting rebuilt, some of that stuff. So no need of putting it back until you fix it like new. So.
Find any weak batteries?
What's that?
Find any weak batteries?
Weak batteries? Not a whole lot recently, but this should test it. But we haven't hardly started many of it, so. I'll explain, I want you guys to sign this letter, but I'll explain a little more about this House Bill 2295. Decatur County, Stan McAvoy is kind of pushing this just a little bit, and it's the CDL ruling for Kansas and some of the exemptions. And currently, right now, because a motor grader is classified on the road most of the time, it's over 26,000 pounds that they say you need to have a CDL. Okay. So he's added an addition to it where it says motor grader vehicles operated by an employee of the municipality as defined as KSA 756102, and amendments thereto. If such employee is operating the motor grader vehicle within the boundaries of such municipality. So under this clause, they wouldn't be required to have a CDL. And how this come about was Decatur County had several good applicants, but they didn't have a CDL, and it's difficult to get them young individuals in there. So they just only had 3 or 4 trucks, and they had plenty of drivers for them. They just need to have, change the ruling a little bit. So here's the letter I'm proposing you guys sign. And Leslie said it's fine. We are writing this letter to express our opinion in favor of amending House Bill 2295 and exempting the CDL license for motor grader operators that operate within the boundaries of the municipality. It has been very difficult for our county to fill the equipment operator position as we currently require the CDL license. I think this will be a good decision, especially for counties that have townships, to be capable of hiring more operators. Finding equipment operators has been difficult in recent years, is going to become worse as the younger generation does not have a CDL license and they're difficult to pass. This would give them an opportunity to operate county equipment and see if they like this type of job without having a required CDL. Thank you for your time and consideration on this topic. Good enough?
Yeah,
I'll have you sign it, and then we got to send these to
what do you guys think?
I'm fine with that.
testimonies to Decatur County, and then he's going to forward them to Adam Smith and see if we can't get some of that legislation changed anyway, so. Thank you. That's all I got.
That's it?
Let it warm up.
How's Byron doing?
Today, he's back to work today,
Oh, great.
so, yeah. I think
Kind
he
of
got
light duty or what?
What's that?
Light duty?
Didn't say anything about that. He went and seen the doctor Friday, and she said, you're released to go back to work, so. Yeah, I know he said Friday he's winded, going up downstairs and stuff, but he's gaining, and he's not using oxygen at night, so.
Good.
Anyway, that sounds better.
That's good. Could we have 5 minutes executive session?
Motion for
non-elected
5-minute
personnel.
executive session.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.